This lesson is for simplified memorandums for keyboarding and document processing. Now here is our Word document. Right now we have our paragraph symbol showing, and we're going to have our spacing here. We can either go to the dialog box to change our spacing here for our line spacing, or we can come here to our line and paragraph spacing button and we make sure it's 1.0. Now our paragraph symbol is here, and this shows us where we hit our enters, our tabbing, our space bar. Now we're going to format a simplified memorandum. A memorandum is a written message used by individuals within organizations to communicate with one another. They're often referred to as stripped down letters. Now the first thing that we're going to do to format our simplified memo is we're going to set our top margin so it appears to be 2 inches from the top. To do that, we're going to hit our enter key 6 times. This is going to bring our blinking line or our cursor down underneath the number 1 here on our ruler. Now the first thing that we type on a simplified memorandum is the date. After we type the date, we do a quadruple space. That's 4 enters. So I hit enter once, twice, 3, and then 4 times. Now you'll notice as we type our simplified memo that everything is going to start on the left margin here. Okay, when they say left margin, they mean that it's blocked. So when it's blocked, it's going to start on the left margin, no indent. Now here underneath our date, we're going to put our addressee or who it's to. In this case, we're sending it to the Periscope staff members. Now we're going to underline Periscope here because it is a name of the newspaper that we're using for our example here. Now after we type in our addressee, we're going to do a double space. There's a double space between the addressee and the subject. Now the subject in this case is going to be the new within school memorandum format. And notice that the subject is in all capitals or uppercase letters. After we type in the subject, we're going to do a double space. And now we can start with our body. Our body is single space, but it's double spaced in between our paragraphs. So our first paragraph is typed double spaced underneath the subject. Now we're going to put a special part in. When special parts are put in, they are centered within the memorandum. We double space above and below those special parts. Now I have my special part. I hit enter twice, and now I can put in the rest of the paragraphs of my memorandum. After I put in each paragraph, I'm going to hit enter twice to put in a double space. Now with my last paragraph, before I type in the writer's name, I do a quadruple space. Quadruple space gives it enough room if the person writing it needs to sign the memorandum. So I do a quadruple space. I hit my enter key 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I put in the name of the writer and what their title is. In this case, Kiko Sato is the Periscope sponsor. Now, because this is telling me that there is an attachment or an enclosure, when memorandums tell you that there's an attachment or another document accompanying the memo, we have to type in the attachment notation double spaced at the bottom of the memo. In this case, we're going to put it in the word attachment. Now that I have my simplified memorandum fixed, I can zoom back and take a look at it. Now, we notice that we have our date. There's a quadruple space before the addressee. There's double spaces in between the addressee, the subject, and then each paragraph. In between each paragraph of the memo. Each paragraph itself is single space. After the last paragraph of my memorandum, I do a quadruple space for the writer's name and title. And then in this case, I have an attachment notation at the bottom, so I double space underneath the writer's name and title.